Bop, 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 bop.
Uh, da-da, da-da, do-do-do-do.
Bop, 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 bop.
Da-da, da-da, do-do-do.
Bop, 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 bop.
Three guys and no bear are back here with football.
Football.
And now here's Coach Crendor. Do-do-do-do-do. I've got to finish a sandwich and a half because I didn't eat anything today.
Hell yeah. Wait, sandwich and a half? You made
Sandwich and a half.
Sandwich and a half.
Well, it's actually like a sandwich and like a quarter left. I'm talking about like I'm compensating for the part that I've already eaten, Rob. Yeah, I don't want to eat on the microphone. I don't want to be rude or anything like that. Because
I'm just really confused as to the number of sandwiches you made. Did you make
made two
sandwiches? Oh, okay.
I made two, and I've eaten 3/4 of one.
What kind of sandwich is it?
It is a ham and cheese sandwich, Coach, with a mix of mayonnaise and yellow mustard, Coach.
Okay, I like it. I like it. What kind of cheese?
It is Kraft Singles, Rob.
All right,
American
I'm not big
cheese
into that.
product.
You lost me there. You lost me there.
Not so hot on that. Okay, how about
It's as basic as it gets, Rob.
what kind of ham?
It is Boar's Head honey ham. It's very good.
Yeah, I like Boar's Head honey
Yeah,
ham.
Boar's Head's pretty good.
All right, what kind of bread?
It is whatever that brand is that's yellow and has the woman eating a slice of bread on it. It's that one.
Oh, is it potato bread?
No, white bread. I don't do wheat, Rob.
Oh, it's white bread. Oh,
I mean, potato bread's different from wheat bread.
you gotta up your sandwich games, Invicta. I'm just gonna be honest.
Look, I just moved, all right, and I don't have a whole lot right now. I mean, I just got a fridge. Give me a freaking break.
Unreal.
I'll report next week, Coach, with the sandwich report.
Much better sandwich, yeah.
And my much more premium, high quality, top tier sandwich, and I will get you pictures and everything, Coach. Back up to you and Rob in the booth. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
All right, very good. Welcome to the Sandwich Podcast today. So, how's it going? We're in week. What week are we in? 5? We're going
6.
6.
We're going into 6.
Yeah, we're going into 6.
Well, technically speaking, it's still week 5 because
Oh
the
yeah, I
Tuesday
forgot.
game hasn't been played yet. We're actually recording this before Buffalo, which is gonna be weird.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we could just throw that in the this week or so, like whatever.
Yeah.
So, fun stuff happened this week. We had, first up, let me bring up some NFL Reddit posts. One of my favorite was Aaron Rodgers bashing ESPN. He said on the Pat McAfee show, McAfee said, "Did you catch the game last night, Aaron Rodgers?" And he said, "It was on for a little bit with the sound off, which is how I watch a lot of games on ESPN over the last few years." So, fantastic burn. As Aaron Rodgers just continues
very
to...
accurate.
Oh yeah, it is very accurate. I can't stand the ESPN crew. It is.
I like that one dude who didn't. It was, I forget his name, but because I only unmuted ESPN for a short period of time yesterday, but I saw they showed the 3 people that were commentating, and the dude on the left was the guy. He was like a GM agent type of dude.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
ESPN
No.
Monday night. Because there's the main ESPN guy, then there's Brian Greasy, and then there's him, right?
Yeah.
Steve
Let me
Levy.
see.
Or Louis Riddick.
Is that who?
Is it Steve Levy?
Yeah, Louis Riddick.
Louis Riddick,
Yeah. I like him. He's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's boring, but you know, it's better than, well, you know.
Yeah.
We just need Gruden back, frankly. But I want to show you guys something too, because here's another one.
Right.
You'll like this. I'll pop this in Foos and Balls for you. You'll enjoy.
Jets. Let's see. New York Jets, Week 5 ranking. The Jets aren't
biggest
good.
weakness.
Biggest weakness football.
There's an ESPN analysis of the Jets in their power rankings, and it says biggest weakness, football. Some good
And
stuff.
I love that the side banner for the Jets. I've never been to the Jets subreddit, but I love how it's just Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle wearing a really badly photoshopped Jets visor. It's the meme quote. I expect nothing and I'm still let down.
Yep.
Someone said, "I hate having such an emotional attachment to this team."
Yep. I feel that very highly.
The top banner is a roadmap.
Trevor
Yep,
Lawrence.
the top banner is a roadmap with the end being what's his name for the
Trevor
draft.
Lawrence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence and the marker that's moving week to week is just a tank.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Just L. All right, I may need a sub to the subreddit.
It's
Coach.
a great subreddit.
I think it's time we sub to the subreddit.
One thing that I will say is if you're gonna I know a lot of people, if they're coming into football, they want to bandwagon a good team, but consider bandwagoning a bad team because their fan base is hilarious usually when the team is horrible because it's just mostly about self-harm, really.
Huh.
It's a good time.
Here's a fun little thing I saw up on the top of the Reddit. The 2012 Arizona Cardinals started 4-0 and finished 5-11.
Yeah,
they had 4 different starting quarterbacks, and their leading rusher had 356 yards. They beat the Seahawks in Week 1, and later that year lost to the Seahawks 58-0. So, if you're like, "Whoa, man, we're 4-0 or like 4-1," or like, just remember, you still got a while. There's still plenty of games to be played. Oh yeah, Kevin Kolb was the leader of that team. There's a name I remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin Kolb. Yeah,
Kevin Kolb.
Man.
That was it.
That's the guy, right?
Yeah,
wasn't he? He was backing up A-Rod, right?
Yeah,
Is that what he? Yeah.
Kevin Kolb, or no, he was backing up. He went to the Eagles.
Kevin Kolb, he went to the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure anyway.
But he was one of those guys that was like he was a backup to like a incumbent starter and played a few games and looked pretty good, and people were like, "We should make him start." That's what I remember about him. But I don't remember.
He was Eagles for 4 seasons, Cardinals for 1, and then he ended at the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was backing up McNabb.
Yeah. Or he backed up Michael Vick.
No.
Yeah, it was
Vick.
Vick. Okay. Yeah.
So, man, fun facts of football history. But now to the more fun stats. Jordan Howard, $9.75 million contract as a free agent. He has 18 carries for 14 yards. He's not great. The highest percentage of drives ending in a score in all of football. Number 1, Packers, 64%. Number 2, Raiders, 56%. Number 3, the Miami Dolphins, 52.9. Then Titans, 51, and Chiefs, 50. So
yeah, I think we're on the upper like tipping point for Fitzmagic because you know that train's going to derail pretty soon.
Sometimes the Fitzmagic years last the whole year. You know, like
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I mean, 2015 for us, he was fucking killing it. Like he was beasting. I mean, granted, they lost that last game, and then that got us out of the playoffs when we had a 10-win season. So that was fun. That was good.
You also have to remember the same guy who was benched for Jameis Winston. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's Fitzmagic, Fitztragic. It kind of just comes with the territory.
Did you know Fitzmagic, 43 points, most points by an opponent in Santa Clara all time, which is pretty insane.
That is wild.
But as you just linked, we have better things to talk about. The New York Jets. So the New York Jets are trying to trade Le'Veon Bell.
Yep.
And somebody, I think it was LaMichael Perrine. Is that the guy on your team?
Perrine, yeah.
Apparently someone said, Gase said, Jets don't want to put too much on Perrine's plate and stunt his growth. Then someone said, how can a player grow if they play 0 snaps? Have no words. And he liked that tweet. So he clearly hates Adam Gase. And then you just linked Robbie Anderson liking Jets are trying to trade Le'Veon Bell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally, like every member of the team and every member that was in any way good for the past couple of years fucking despises Gase. Yeah. And you know, are you surprised?
No, I am not surprised whatsoever.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought there'd be more.
Yeah, I really like. Apparently, J.J. Watt led a rebellion against Bill O'Brien. I really wish those guys in the locker room had just led a rebellion against Adam Gase. That would have been nice. Would have been good for everybody.
Yep, that would have been great.
Go.
They probably recognize the value of tanking at this point, though.
I mean,
the players don't want to tank though. Players want to play and get money and play well and.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if you're on a tanking team as a player, it's not good for you. You don't look good, and you're not going to get any money, or you're not going to get a new contract. So they don't want to be on a fucking tanking team.
Yeah. That's just also, any sport where if you're on a tanking team, everyone's like, oh, who are the shitty players on that team? And then you look, you're look at all their names. But in football, you have that. Plus, you're getting the shit kicked out of you every week.
Right. Yeah. And there's 53 of you too.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as someone who's watched football for a very long time and played football for a very long time, I have never seen such a dumpster fire of a team or a situation like the 2020 Jets. And this is coming from a lifelong Bucs fan. Again, reminder: I know everything about bad teams. All right, I share in the misery here at somewhat, but this is on, I think, a totally different level than anything that even the Bucs have gone through.
Even
outside
the
of the
winless,
16.
Even the winless Detroit Lions in 2008, they at least had some competitive games.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
it wasn't a total meltdown back then, though. It was just we expect everything to be bad for a while, but the Jets came into this season with very, I don't want to say sky high expectations, but better than last year for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was potentially going that way, and then Jamal Adams bounced.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the expectations were better going into this season than last year, and what's resulted is a catastrophic dumpster fire of a magnitude I have not seen, I don't think, ever in football.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty much. This is the worst that I've ever seen the Jets. I don't think I've. You guys know I've been on this podcast a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that we've been doing this for a couple of years now? By the way,
it actually is.
Right?
Yeah, we're in year 3.
Yeah. Anyway, but you guys know how I feel about the Jets. This is probably the worst that I've ever seen them ever. I don't think I've ever. And there are now usually on the Jets subreddit among Jets fans, if you say a coach is as bad as Kotite, the old fans will be like, "Hey, get off my porch! You didn't live in 1996 and have to see that kind of hell." But now there are posts being like, "Yeah, no, this is worse than Kotite. I was alive during that time. This is horrible." And this is really fucking bad. By the way. I was just going to mention that there's a tweet. The Jets are in touch with other teams in an effort to trade Lev Bell, and apparently they're willing to settle for a late round pick and or a back end player in return. Nice. So we're gonna get nothing for Leveon Bell. Excellent. This
good for Leveon. Bad for the Jets.
Yep.
Where do you think he could go? Maybe
he'll go somewhere and be good because Adam Gase just simply does not use him here. He's basically been rested for 2 years. To put it into perspective, by the way, we had a 2nd and 26 yesterday.
Yeah.
And we ran Leveon Bell up the middle. It's when it's short, when it's
stand back, coach. He's about to go. Coach, stand back.
3rd and 1.
Get out of here.
He's gonna
3rd and 1 2 days
Take
ago.
Cover.
We decided on a 3rd and 1. We've got Frank Gore.
Get out of here, coach. Get out of here.
3rd and 1. So we decide to put our tight end Tevin Wesco in at fullback and run him on 3rd and 1. Frank Gore only runs on long yardage. Meanwhile, Leveon Bell's running up the middle. You putting Frank Gore on the outside because Adam Gase is an offensive genius. They'll never see it coming.
Get behind the blast shield, coach. Get behind the blast shield.
No one would think that Adam Gase would be so fucking stupid that he would continue to run Gore in the wrong way and Bell in the wrong way over and over and over again.
Duck
the
cover,
100th time,
we're reaching,
that's going to get him.
Capacity, coach. Red line.
That's it. My heart rate's high enough.
Well,
we made it.
Let's talk about that Jets game since we're already talking about it. Cardinals won 30-10, if you didn't know, but and that's it. So yeah, it's actually I clicked on a thing and it says stats not available. Anyone else get that?
Don't worry, coach. I've got some stats for you here. Joe Flacco is now 2-10 in his last 12 starts. Very good, Joe. However, I will say Jamison Crowder is the first Jets player with 100-plus receiving yards in 3 straight games since Mr. Brandon Marshall in 2015.
Yep.
So there you go on that, Jamison. We're very, very happy for you. Then the rest is all it's just all Kyler Murray. Everything about Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, 27-37, 380 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. He's also sacked once, and he ran for 31 and a touchdown. So, yeah.
Yep.
Flacco, it's Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco is the elite dragon, of course.
Yep. And that was that game. So, moving on. We had the Buccaneers Bears.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. Come on. Let's all count to 4, everyone. Are you ready?
1, 2, 3, 5,
3,
5, 4,
3.
3. Oh yeah, 3.
So I don't know if it's the word Alzheimer's comes into play very, very frequently. And those of you who didn't see it, I'm sure it's been memed all over the place by now. Tom Brady. My lifelong favorite quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
This isn't all on Tom, but at the end of the game, Tom lost track of downs. Yes, I'm not joking. Yeah. As the quarterback for an NFL team, he lost track of downs and was caught on camera in front of millions and millions of people holding up his hands with signaling the number 4 and just looking like a lost child. Yeah. He was like 4.
Yeah.
And everyone, and like someone had to come over and pat him and be like, "No, Tom, that was the game. The game is now over. You failed to beat the terrible Chicago Bears coach. They're horrible.
They're not
and the Bucs
good.
Lost to them.
I don't know how they keep winning. It literally reminds me of last year's Packer team, which is why I can't be like, look at this, because last year I was like, oh no, we keep winning, we're bad. But that's what they feel like this year. The Bears are the last year's Packers, where they just somehow, some way,
both teams beat themselves in this game.
Yeah. Like the Bears would have like 3rd and 20, 3rd and 35 and shit like that. Like,
it was one of the most penalized games I think I've ever seen. And these two teams, I believe, lead the league in penalties going into the game. So you knew it was going to be just a trash heap. But man, I've never seen so many terrible penalties. I will say that a couple of times the refs were very not great on the calls. Yeah. Particularly the missed face mask on, I think it was, I want to say Ronald Jones in the 4th quarter. But and then there was like the pass interference call. I mean, it was just a bad game for everyone involved, and you should feel bad if you watched it live like I did. Oh, yeah. Man, I felt dumber after that.
The most penalized teams in yardage are the Saints, Bucks, Jets, Bears, and Cardinals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's about right. And Tom didn't have a great game. He didn't have a terrible game, but he just didn't have a great game. It was nothing like last week when we were talking about all hope and believing that the Bucs could win.
I will say the Bears have a very good pass rush. That's like one thing they do well.
Yeah, their outside rush is pretty nasty, and we don't have a very good blocking on the right side anyway of the line. But losing the thing that I was worried about, and it happened, was losing someone on the defensive line. Vita Vea was injured during I think the third quarter, and his replacement is not good at all.
Oh man,
so,
I can't wait to run against him.
Yeah,
I remember a couple of years ago when you drafted him, and you were salty that they took Vita Vea.
No, it wasn't. I said I liked him. I liked him a lot. He was big and goofy and jolly. I never said I didn't. I've never said I didn't like Vita Vea. He's good.
I think he liked him, but he didn't. He wanted Derwin James or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Was that the Derwin James year?
I think it was. So. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. That was the one, because then you took Vita Vea instead.
Derwin James. He was drafted in the 2018 draft, and then Vita Vea was drafted in the 2018 draft. Yeah, so that was it. But anyway, I've never had a problem with Vea because I wanted Derwin badly, but I was fine with Vea because he was cool. So. Mm-hmm. Gronkowski needs to learn how to catch, by the way. I
think he forgot from the concussions.
Gronk had a very easy pass to extend the game and give Brady another chance. The world was stunned that the Bears decided to give the ball back to the Bucs with 1.5 minutes left.
Oh yeah,
you're thinking Tom Brady. Yeah, this is going to be a slam dunk. Here we go again. We're believing that the team's going to win, and then he forgot how to count, and also Gronkowski forgot how to catch. So, but. We're 3-2. It could be worse. We could be 0-5 like the Jets, and we still have hope for the season because the NFC South is not doing great. I mean, the Saints got lucky. Saints got lucky last night. Let's be honest. But
honestly, the Panthers kind of look like. That's the NFC South alarm. The Panthers actually look like.
No, it's the fire brigade putting out the fires from Rob.
The Bears had 243 total yards. The Bucs had 109 penalty yards.
Gee,
it was ugly.
And I even saw the start of the game, Nick Foles missed easy throws. It was an ugly game. But it happened.
Really, both
Jimmy
teams
Graham
deserved to lose.
Jimmy Graham had a one-handed touchdown catch, so I guess I don't know what happened to him. He learned how to catch again because
he played basketball.
There is one. Oh, dude, did you see that fucking clip? Oh my god. That guy played basketball. People forget that. Joe.
People forget that, Joe.
No.
Do they really forget it? Because I have never forgotten it.
Literally, no one has ever forgotten. Even people who don't watch football know.
In fact, when I hear Jimmy Graham, my mind is instantly thinking that guy played basketball.
He played basketball. He's 36 or something now, right? Every year for 16 years, we know he plays basketball.
People just forget it.
Joe Buck. Jimmy Graham used to play basketball.
It's so good. It's just beyond parody. But I just wanted to say, look, I kind of called it a little bit. Nick Foles is just Tom Brady's kryptonite.
I'm the one who said that, Rob.
Well, I mean, you said the kryptonite part. Yeah, that's true. But I did say that it could go the way of Nick Foles here.
Yeah, and that's when I said last week that he is Tom Brady's kryptonite. So
that's true. Yeah,
I'm not surprised that they lost, but I kind of wish that both teams would have lost at this point. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like a mutual loss.
The Bears feel like they could be 1-4 right now.
It really should be.
It's got to balance out, right? It has to.
I mean, what if it doesn't? What if this is just the blurst year for the Bears? What if this is them winning the Super Bowl?
There's no way that won't actually happen.
I'm saying it right now. If any team manages to shut down Allen Robinson, it's over. The Bears have no offense.
That's the thing.
That.
It's literally Allen Robinson, and the Packers of all the teams have Jair Alexander, who's extremely good at shutting down anybody, and then they just play a safety over the top. You're going to shut down Allen Robinson. In fact, we've done it before because we've done it last 2 years. I don't know. I'm just mad because I'm Packers rolling along, and here's the Bears just hey, we're still here. I'm the fuck out of here. You don't belong here.
We've got a humdinger of a matchup coming up this week, Coach, but I think we should move on.
Yeah, we can move on. So then we had the Panthers beat the Falcons. I actually started Teddy Bridgewater instead of Lamar Jackson. Very happy I did. because the Falcons secondary is actually a group of like high schoolers on the field. And Teddy Bridgewater went 27, 37, 313 yards, 2 TDs. So
go Teddy.
Yep.
yeah. Hey, Todd Gurley actually got me some points. He ran for 121 yards and a touchdown. But the Falcons lost, and they fired their coach.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that can happen, right? Teams can fire their coaches.
Yeah, and their GM.
Teams can fire them. They can fire coaches.
It's crazy, I know. They fired the coach and the GM. So,
yeah.
Congratulations, Falcons.
Yeah, good luck. I'm happy for you.
And I mean, it's pretty much it. Falcons are just that, and then Panthers rising up. Here's the thing: Panthers going to get McCaffrey back, and that's a scary team.
That's one thing I was going to say, Coach, is that the Panthers are undefeated without Christian McCaffrey this season. I just want to throw that out there.
It's pretty weird.
They are 3-0, and this is also only the second time out of the last 10 matchups, so 5 seasons, that the Panthers have actually beaten the Falcons.
Yeah,
that's wild.
The Falcons owned this matchup, which is why I was so surprised that the Panthers was able to beat them. But I mean, this year is just not Atlanta's year, man. Like, I think that we're seeing the end of the Natty Ice era in Atlanta soon.
Honestly, he should go to a new team, and I think he will go to a new team after this year.
It's hard though, because it's not just him; it's Julio. And I mean, they got a good offense. If he's going anywhere, he would be going somewhere where he's not going to be able to get the kind of stats that he's getting in Atlanta. And I don't know. I don't know what team is a bit like the team that would make most sense to me for Matt Ryan is the Buccaneers. But you know, obviously,
I mean, you go to somewhere like San Francisco, like they'd love him in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, you know what? If they can make that happen, that would be wild.
Or
even replace Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
Yeah,
I was gonna say keeping him in the NFC, but not going like all the way to the West. Seeing him play for Minnesota would be pretty scary.
Yeah.
At this point, though, I don't know. I doubt that he leaves.
Yeah, I don't know. He might just be comfortable there and just ride it out. We'll
exactly.
See.
Yeah.
Then we had it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Then we had the Rams beat the football team, but the biggest story of this game was Alex Smith played again.
He did. And what a performance it was, Coach.
Yeah. I mean, you can only do so much with the football team. And he did what he had to do. I mean, he had Aaron Donald literally leap on his back. And he had a piggyback ride from Aaron Donald. And I think Aaron Donald they showed him on the bench and he was like, damn, his leg is strong. So
I mean, it's made out of like adamantium now or something. So I'm pretty sure he can lift a lot more than just that.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Like I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I find it inspiring that Alex Smith is playing, and more that like I wanna go hug him and tell him stop. Like you're a millionaire, man. Just stop. Like that injury was brutal, man.
It was brutal.
And actually, the other thing is that I don't know. They Kyle Allen went down for like a play or two, and then they just decided to stick with Alex Smith, who really, I mean, did considerabably worse than Kyle Allen.
Yeah, he actually did do worse.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I would have went back to Kyle Allen, especially with Alex Smith, because it's like he's gonna die, man. let him live on the bench and just get Kyle Allen out there.
Well,
I don't know.
You would think we'd even play Haskins.
Yeah.
Well, I think Kyle Allen got hurt, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but for like a play, like he got hurt for like a play, and then they decided to stick with Alex Smith after he was in.
They said Haskins' work habits deteriorated after being named starter, became sloppy during pregame warmups.
Oh, fuck off! No,
isn't that what coaching's supposed to do? Like,
yeah, that's the fucking coach's job to fucking deal with.
It's like this guy's not doing what he's supposed to do. It's like, well, make him do it. You're the coach.
Yeah.
It's like a teacher being like, these kids just started learning the material. It's like, you're the fucking teacher. You're supposed to teach.
It's like that's like when college professors like used to like would brag like 70% of this class fails. And it's like that's not a good thing, motherfucker. That means you're a terrible fucking teacher.
Yeah,
that's all that means.
Jesus,
they're not being paid to care.
I mean, listen, if Haskins, this wouldn't happen on like the Patriots. Belichick would be fucking ironing this kid out.
I just feel bad for Haskins because it's like it's the same kind of bullshit. Like that he just never got a chance. He's not going to get one.
Yeah.
So,
and
does it mirror Darnold at all?
It's like it's worse than Darnold, because the thing is, like, Darnold, he should have started when he came out. But Haskins, I don't think I'm the only one who had the opinion that Haskins should have sat for, at least a year. He shouldn't. He
Literally
was
everyone.
in the first round. He was only in the first round, in my opinion, because of that QB class, because it wasn't that good. But it's just a shame, because it's like the dude had obvious problems that needed to be resolved through teaching. Just mechanical issues and shit, decision making shit that he could have learned on the bench, and then they just refused. They just didn't do it.
Yeah. So that puts the Rams at 4-1, and the football team now at 1-4. Then football. Speaking of football, 27-3, Ravens absolutely crushed the Bengals, even though Lamar Jackson didn't even play that well.
Yeah.
He went 19 of 37, 180 yards, 2 TDs, and a pick. And he ran for 3 yards.
Yeah.
They shut him down on the running game.
Yeah.
That's like Invicta fantasy team quarterback stats right there, because, man, my quarterbacks cannot score at all this season or last season.
Like, if they didn't have a defense, the Bengals could have made this competitive, but the Ravens' defense is still, like, top 5. So they couldn't do anything. But, I mean, this is like this is what happens with the Ravens, right? Like, it happened with the Titans. They shut down Lamar Jackson running, and he just can't pass. Like, he can pass, but he can't take it to the next level.
I mean, I don't know. Like, the end of the day, they ended up 27-3, and really,
it's the Bengals.
What? He threw for 180 yards, which is low for a starting QB, but he also threw for 2 touchdowns and a pick. I mean, that's not that bad.
It's not
really
bad. I'm just saying that's their weakness.
Well, I mean, it is sort of, but, like, I don't think it's that big of a weakness for Lamar. And on top of that, he has been repeatedly getting better year over year in the passing game too. So
that is true.
I don't know.
He's got the Madden curse to work against now, Rob.
I think to some degree people want to, like, he obviously is a Vic-like player, but I think people need to be able to separate the fact that he is a different player from Vic. Because, like, Vic, he just never really trained with the arm or in the passing game and stuff, and he pretty much entirely relied on his physical abilities. I don't think Lamar is like that at all. Like, I think Lamar is just, like, trying to continue to get better in every facet of the game.
Yeah,
personally,
I agree with that.
I don't know.
I still think he's, like, a amazing. I mean, he just won MVP. Like,
right? Yeah,
clearly he's good, but, like, it's one of those things where if you're the Ravens, you just hope it's kind of an off game, and you're like, all right, everybody's got off games.
I would say the headline is they managed to make Lamar Jackson only run for 3 yards, and they still stomped him.
That is true.
Like,
the other running backs ran for 57, Mark Ingram 42 for Duvernay, Dobbins 34-yard run, and Gus Edwards had 25. So I mean, they just pound the ball at you, even if it's not Lamar Jackson. They just keep running, which it's honestly a very good strategy as somebody whose team is now doing that, and I'm like, woo. So yeah, Ravens shit on the Bengals. Only reason they didn't get shut out was they kicked a field goal at the end. That's pretty much it. Steelers beat the Eagles. Whoa, watch out.
Who would have seen that coming?
Yeah, who would have seen this one? Carson Wentz, 20 of 35, 258, 2 TDs, 2 picks in his continuation of looking mediocre. Roethlisberger, 239, 3 touchdowns. Pretty solid. And the big thing is, like, man, the Steelers just pull receivers out of their eyes.
Yep.
It's insane.
Chase Claypool, like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. He had 3 touchdowns and 110 yards. He had all the touchdowns.
Had 4. He almost had 4. Like, it was close to 4.
Wow.
Yeah, and let's point out the fact that, like, those 3 touchdowns were on only 7 receptions. He was catching a touchdown every other catch.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
That is ridiculous.
Wild.
That is, man.
I mean, what can you like? They have the most uncanny sixth sense when it comes to drafting receivers that cannot be matched by anyone.
Yeah.
And if imagine if they get a good quarterback to back up Roethlisberger when he finally goes in a couple years, the Steelers are still going to be this good.
I think that I've been saying it for years on the podcast, but be outside of the Patriots, the Steelers have been consistently the most competent organization in the league, probably. I mean, maybe the Seahawks, but I don't even know them because that's mostly on the back of Russell Wilson. Whereas the Steelers, they get winning seasons when Roethlisberger's out, fucking the Antonio Brown left and Le'Veon Bell left, whatever, they still have a winning season. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do to the Steelers, they'll have a winning season or at worst a neutral or an even season. Tomlin still has never had a losing season.
And let's let's also not forget to mention the fact that Claypool also had a rushing touchdown in this game. So
that is, oh my God, you're right. I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was 3. It was 3 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. So I mean, if you can name a a rookie that's done better than that in the last 50 years, please let me know.
The fucking I was seeing in the game they were showing stats that was the best that a Steelers receiver, and we were just talking about Steelers receivers and how good they are. That's the best Steelers rookie receiver has done in 20 or 30 years or something.
You know what's crazy? I linked this yesterday, but they had a list of coaches that got fired recently. So Dan Quinn got fired, Bill O'Brien, Jason Garrett, and you can go the oldest team with or the team that last fired their coach was the Steelers fired their coach Bill Austin in 1968. That's the last time the Steelers fired a coach.
Yeah.
After that, it's Pete Carroll from the Patriots in 2000.
Wow.
Then Jim Haslett in 2006 with the Saints, Brian Billick 2007 Ravens. Everyone else is 2010 and above.
The Steelers, they've only had 6 coaches or something over the whole franchise history, right?
Insane.
It's wild. God. And they always get a good coach that can last for years, and it's just wildness, man.
Yeah, the Steelers coaches were. I gotta see this. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, see how many there are, because it's an absurdly small number.
Oh my God, since 1969, they had Chuck Noll, who coached from 69 to 91, Bill Cowher from 92 to 2006, and then Mike Tomlin.
Yep, 3 coaches over
3
over 60 years.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild. That's extremely wild. The Steelers, I tell you, most competent organization outside of the Patriots, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean they really are.
Yeah, but
definitely not a hot take, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can also we just say because you said the Carson Wentz mediocre. I just want to say Carson Wentz bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it, his record on the year right now is 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns to 9 interceptions.
Wow.
He barely made. I think this game put him up to 60% completion percentage on the year. It is looking really fucking rough this year. Really rough.
I mean, and they're in the NFC East.
Yeah, right?
It is. Come on, man. You should be destroying this division, right? Everybody in the NFC East.
Yeah.
They did have Travis Fulgham, who had 13 targets, 10 catches, 152 yards, and a touchdown. So it looks like they like him the most.
Quite a lot, yeah.
And that's about it for the Eagles. I don't know. I thought they'd be better. And
yeah, me too.
They're not. They're not at all.
Yeah, they're really bad.
Yeah. Well, then we had the big upset. The Raiders beat the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think when we were talking about this last week, we were kind of yo, this has a bit of a trap game feel to it, right? Division opponent. Raiders aren't that bad.
No, we all picked the Chiefs, but we were all this could go the other way.
So, and it did. Derek Carr, 22 of 31, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Josh Jacobs, 77 yards running, 2 touchdowns. Henry Ruggs making some big catches out there. Then they also had, Aguilar had a touchdown for the Raiders. Aguilar. He can catch the ball when he's not in Philadelphia. Mahomes, 22 of 43. Oh, my God. 340 yards, 2 TDs, and a pick. So not that accurate for Mahomes. Kind of an off day. And the Chiefs just kind of got outplayed.
Yeah. No, I mean, the divisional game, they went to the Chiefs' house and did that, too.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a real statement for the Raiders this year, I got to say. I really think that they could be they're being a little bit slept on, especially cuz the record isn't great, but
well, Gruden's got them all believing now, and I think that we're starting to see if Fitzmagic is about to hit the peak and on the downturn, I think the Raiders are now just hitting their stride with all the moves they've been making. And I got to say that Josh Jacobs, I really wish that I drafted him in 2 years in a row. Damn you, auto draft, because he is going to be if he stays healthy, Josh Jacobs is going to be he reminds me a lot of Arian Foster, kind of mixed up a little bit with Priest Holmes. He's got the juking ability, but he's also got the power, and that's that's 2 really, really good attributes for an elite level, all-star perennial Pro Bowler running back in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one I don't think anyone would scoff at. I think Derek Carr is legitimately underrated in the NFL.
Oh yeah, I think so.
And right now his stat line is 1,400 yards with, of course, his absurd 73% completion percentage, because he's basically like Drew Brees on that front, on the completion percentage front. And he's got 11 touchdowns to 1 pick right now. 11, which, by the way, is half the amount of total touchdowns he had all of last year.
Yeah.
So that's in 5 games he's got 11 touchdowns.
I also just checked the Raiders. If it was last year, they'd miss the playoffs because they're the 7th seed. But I believe this year they're adding in the 7th seed, right? So
did they decide to do that?
Yeah, I think they did it. So the top team gets a bye, and then 3 playoff games happen. So it'd be like Raiders playing against the Titans.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So that is going to be interesting. So I think the Raiders, I think they're going to be competitive to fit that division.
Thanks, little Timmy. Appreciate
it. Jaguars, Texans. Hey, I predicted it right. They fired their coach. They got motivated and they won a game.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yep.
Minshew, 31-49, 2 TDs, 0 picks, 300 yards. Minshew's still doing it. He just needs a team around him.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, well, kind of the same, but he actually has somewhat of a team. 25, 35, 359, 3 TDs, 2 picks. Pretty solid. David Johnson ran for 96 yards. And, I think this was literally just the Texans being finally, Bill O'Brien's gone. Let's play hard.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It was just them, just letting everyone know, hey, we still have a decent football team. We can win when we want to. We just are tired of our coach.
Yeah.
You can leave your friends behind.
By the way, Brandon Cooks, 161 yards and a touchdown. Big game for him. Yeah. So maybe he's going to step up. Who knows?
Right. So there's something there's something about Brandon Cooks that NFL coaches know that no one else in the fucking world knows, because that man has been he has to be the most valuable as far as draft picks are concerned player in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe ever. How many first round picks have been traded around for that guy?
2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So good for you, Texans. 49ers lost to the Dolphins.
Oof.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, now the Dolphins got the same record as the 49ers.
Yeah.
So Fitzmagic. 22 of 28, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns with a 154.5 quarterback rating.
And the big headline of that game, Jimmy Garoppolo comes back and oops, he got benched.
He got
benched.
Bench
He
for
wasn't even injured.
CJ.
He got benched.
Yeah, CJ Beathard came in and actually did better.
Yeah.
Which is the crazy part. Garoppolo is 7 of 17 for 77 yards with 2 interceptions. That's an oof. And
Dude,
Beathard,
like,
9 of 18,
and
94 and a touchdown.
Prophetic last week, us talking about how, like, maybe they want to move on to Jimmy G
I know.
this year, because, like, and this is kind of the thing, right? Is that, like, he's kind of fool's gold a little bit, because he had that first year with them, right, where he was injured the whole year and they had to wait, and then he came back the second year and they did really well, but if you were watching, it was like, but he didn't really look that great. And then, now it's like, yeah, he's really not that great.
I mean, if you look back at his stats, right, like New England, he's just kind of there doing his thing. Yeah. And he led him to 2-0, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. That was like the best he saw of him in those kind of couple games. Then he goes to San Francisco, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but he led them to being 5-0 over the last 5 games he played. So everyone's like, all right, at least he's pretty good. Then he gets injured next year, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, still not great. And then last year, it was like the first year we got to actually see him play a full season. Yeah. And he went almost 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 13 picks, which is still not great. It's good, but 13 interceptions still not, you don't want that. And now this year,
higher than you want.
Yeah. This year, 467 yards, 4 TDs, 2 picks, and that game. So I mean, I still don't know what he is.
He seems like I'm gonna be honest. He seems like he's a game manager. He's a game manager type of player. He had high volume stats last year, and I really think that's mostly on Shanahan's system. Because remember, in the years that Garoppolo was down, it wasn't like it was Beathard and the other fucking guy who were also lighting up defenses with weird weird high stats.
Yeah,
and that's just Shanahan's system. I think I think it's giving a little bit more cover for Jimmy G's actual skill level.
It is, remember the last year's 49ers team, that defense was best defense in football.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, it was an amazing defense. And they just ran the ball. They had 3 running backs that would just destroy you. And now one of them leaves, one's injured, and so you just got one left. And he's still doing all right, but you don't have that kind of, threesome out there to make him, give him some rest and get him. So he's going to be tired after a while. You got to start throwing the ball, and everyone's injured. It's just, it's definitely not the same team as last year. I'll tell you that much.
And if you want to see, if you just want to have a little appetizer of just how bad it was for Garoppolo on versus the Dolphins here, he had the lowest passer rating in over 15 years. He had a 15.7 passer rating.
Goodness.
Wow.
That's the lowest for a 49ers starting quarterback since Cody Pickett. There's a name that we haven't talked about in a long time. Since Cody Pickett in Week 10 of 2005, when he had a 7.5 passer rating. So, congrats, Jimmy. You're up there with Cody now. Jimmy and Cody.
Man.
Yeah.
That is.
Also, Fitzpatrick is now 31-12-1 in his career games without a turnover. He's 2-1 this season. So he's lost one game this season when he doesn't have any turnovers, but he's won 31 of them out of the however many that is. Was that 44?
The one thing that makes me skeptical too is the Packers they're a Shanahan system. We essentially run the same system now, and it's it shows a good quarterback in the system, like Rodgers, he's dissecting teams, up running back, check down, over the middle, he's doing everything, he's audible, everything. And then you put Garoppolo in it, and he's just kind of he gets the job done, but he's not on that same tier. Yep. But you're also, you can't really compare him with an amazing, top tier. But he should still be top 15, right? He should still be in the same league as I don't know, Matt Ryan or something. Like,
I'd say last year probably like that record for Jimmy, like that stat line last year for Jimmy G is like, I don't know, probably top 15.
I expect him to be like a Tannehill or something, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be weird because like now the Niners are gonna win. They're gonna win games this year. I mean, they're a good team still, kinda.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be in that weird spot where they're like mediocrity, and I don't know. I don't know if the Niners fans are feeling the same way. I mean, this is just maybe just me feeling this way and us feeling this way, but like I kind of feel like they need to get it if they want to keep fighting in this window. You need to get a QB that's not him.
Yeah,
I think.
And not even, this isn't like, oh yeah, we're just playing around in the NFC East. Like, you got the Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of which, they play the Rams, then they play the Patriots, then they play the Seahawks, then they play the Packers, then they play the Saints, then they play the Rams, then they play the Bills.
Yeah.
That's 7 straight weeks of like good teams.
Yep.
Like, oh my God. So we'll
it's gonna be rough.
Yeah. Moving on, we got the Colts losing to the Browns. The Browns are 4-1. The Browns are 4-1.
I can't believe it.
I can. I've been rooting for him. I've been picking him like every week. I'm telling you guys, it's the time.
Yeah.
Like last year, seriously, like last year was simply an anomaly because they did that stupid decision and decided to get Freddie Kitchens to be the head coach.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the problem. Like that was the only thing that was the major fucking issue, and you know we kind of called it last year too that was going to be an issue, and it was. Yeah. And now that they have like a full fucking thing going, it's looking fucking good.
Yeah. No, their team's like actually solid. Mayfield 21-37, 247 yards, 2 TDs, 2 picks. Not great, but like gets the job done. Phillip Rivers was 243. With 2 interceptions. Not a great day for Phillip Rivers. No touchdowns. Wow.
Yep. There's my fancy quarterback.
Man, who would
coach
start that quarterback in fact?
Getting me 4 points against Rob. There you go. Congrats, Rob.
Yep, 4.62 points.
By the way,
my team is terrible, coach.
Nick Chubb didn't even play. He was out. Kareem Hunt had 72 yards on 20 carries.
Yep.
But yeah, that was... Also, Odell Beckham, another pass for 18 yards, and he didn't get a touchdown or anything, but I mean, hey, it was, how long was it? 26-yard pass. Or wait, no, that was as long as reception. The pass was just 18. I don't know why that didn't process in my brain. So yeah, I mean, hey, look, Browns, they're looking like a playoff team. This is a playoff team.
I think they might, like,
playoffs.
Said at the beginning of the year, I think they might be. Like, out of that division, I mean, the thing that's going to be really rough is the Steelers. Like, the Steelers also being there, because, like, you got the Steelers, Ravens, and them, and I think they're actually, like, they might all be battling for the top spot by the end of the year. And then you got to know, like, what the hell's going to happen with the wild cards. So, I don't know. Like, but it'll be tough. I mean, they have a good division, but they look good. I expect the Browns probably to have, like, minimum 9 wins this year.
Yeah, I agree. It's
playoffs.
Exciting time for the Browns. Then the Colts. Colts just, man, I had high hopes for the Colts, but like now I don't know. Like 3-2, like I think they'll be there at the end, but they're looking like they're going to be like 7-9, 8-8, right around there.
I mean, we saw them taking the division, I believe, at one point in the offseason.
Yeah, but Titans are going to take that if they just, can not spread their COVID.
If all they have to do is just literally play the game, and they can take the division easy.
That's all they got to do.
Rivers is like totally washed now.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, I'm convinced that if he this was his golden opportunity to show that he still got it, but I may be saying this out of a place coming from saltiness from fantasy football standpoints, but I don't ever want him on my team ever again.
I won this week in fantasy though, so now
That's great.
Me too.
It must be nice not having an auto-drafted team and not being the last pick again in fantasy football for 2 years in a row now. No, 3 years in a row.
Hey, I beat the Bears buds.
Hey, I am 4-1, motherfucker. I'm the best
my God.
one. Yeah, I'm the best one out of the podcast right now.
You actually are.
Yep.
Great.
You're
That's
4-1.
great.
I'm one of the better teams in the whole fantasy.
That
right
must
now.
be real great for you, Rob.
Then we move on to the game of the week, the Cowboys-Giants. And biggest story out of this one was Dak Prescott's ankle.
Why did they zoom in on it? Why?
I don't know. It's
Cameramen out there who work for the NFL. I've never been a cameraman. I never want to be, and I don't profess to be one or a professional one. But you got to stop zooming in on catastrophic leg injuries, especially ankle-related ones, man.
Yeah.
Like, read the room. Read the empty stadium. If a quarterback's ankle is twisted and pointing outward in the opposite direction of the foot that it's on, it doesn't need to be zoomed in on. We know that he's injured.
Well, I mean, I think it was Dallas. There's people in the stadium.
We can read like the injury report after the game. We don't need to zoom in on it because, like, I've seen a lot of things on the internet, Coach. All right, I'm going to be honest. There's not many things that make me cringe or like upset me. But as someone who had a very similar ankle injury, I cannot stand seeing like bad leg injuries and really bad ankle breaks.
Oh yeah,
and
just flashes back.
I mean, like Prescott's done for the year. I mean, that's obvious.
I think they already said like 6 months probably.
Yeah. They said May he'd be back. So
he may be in a pair of crutches for the next like 6 months to a year, I would say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't playing anytime soon. I think that the Cowboys are gonna be fine with Dalton, but like,
yeah,
man,
the worst part for him was he was just trying to get a contract extension, and now this happens.
Yeah, and Jerry Jones came out and said that they're still, the injury does not change their commitment to Dak, but in the back rooms of the NFL, they're like, okay, so like, how much money do we just save?
yeah, they definitely are. So
I mean, although I gotta say, man, like he was lighting it up before he went down this year. Like this was shaping up to be his best year potentially, which is saying something because he almost threw for 5,000 yards last year.
Yeah. No, this year he had the most pass attempts, the most passes completed, the most passing yards, and he actually was not on the touchdowns thrown list, which is kind of weird.
Underrated, Dak Prescott.
But like the thing is, the offense is never really a problem for the Cowboys. The defense, which is garbage. So this game was the Daniel Jones went 20 of 33, 222 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. And then Devontae Freeman, 60 yards, touchdown. Andy Dalton came in, went 9 for 11, 111 yards.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Look, we were saying it in the offseason too. Like Andy Dalton's like one of, if not the best backups in the league right now. Like, easily. Like this is. I mean, you gotta say like this. Out of all the teams to have their starting QB go down, like having Andy Dalton come in is like kind of blessed, you know.
I will say, like he's not a bad quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback. But he's gonna get the job done.
Yeah.
So I think
like,
once
as a backup, like that's he's basically starter quality.
Yeah. And dare I say, could he be better than Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well,
well, the last 2 years Andy Dalton played with the Bengals, he went in 2018. He had 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions in 11 games, and then the 2019 season he had 3,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions.
Yeah.
So not amazing, but it's better than bringing in like C.J. Beathard or something. But we'll see. I mean, the problem is Dallas's defense. Like it's not going to be a good time.
By the way, since the Giants lost, this will be the first time in like I don't know, something like 50 years or something, or ever, that New York City has gone 0-10 to start the year. The Giants and the Jets collectively are 0-10.
Congratulations, New York.
Mm-hmm.
It is. That's that game. The NFC East first place Dallas Cowboys at 2-3, barely beating the Giants and barely beating the Falcons in a crazy fashion. The Cowboys could be 0-5 right now, like they actually could.
Yeah,
and they'd still be leading the division, coach.
They actually,
0-5.
Man, what a shit show. Then we had the Seahawks and the Vikings. What a finish of that game. So the Vikings were up 13-0 at halftime, and the Seahawks scored 21 points in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Because Kirk Cousins, well, they got a touchdown, then Cousins threw a pick, then they scored again, then Cousins threw another pick, and they scored again.
Threw one pick.
What?
He only threw one pick.
Yeah, it was a fumble.
One pick? Oh, he fumbled it. That's what it was. Well, he fumbled it, and then he had 2 fumbles. That's the thing was Dalvin Cook was looking great, 17 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown. Then he got hurt, and they had to run with Madison, who had 112 yards on 20 carries. But Russell Wilson just came in at the end there. Like the Vikings actually took the lead. They were up 26-20, and in the final drive, Russell Wilson drove them down the field and scored a touchdown. Like 5 seconds left.
Russell Wilson him.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like Zimmer's probably out this year, right?
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
Like Zimmer and Kirk are probably. I bet they might clean house this year.
I think they will. Yeah.
Window's gone. Like this is it. This was like the last year that you could be in that window, that they were in for the past couple of years. But I think it's out now.
But Rob, your favorite buddy Kirk Cousins. What will he do?
He'll probably still end up on a team, and actually, I think lots of teams would like to have Kirk Cousins as a starter. To be honest with you,
I don't know about lots.
I mean, probably.
I don't.
Probably a good number. Honestly, like he compare his stats to say Jimmy Garoppolo, for instance. In 2018, Kirk Cousins had 4,200 yards, 70% completion percentage, 30 touchdowns to 10 picks. The next year, 3,600 yards, 69 completion percentage, nice, 26 touchdowns to 6 picks. So yeah, I mean, he's better than Jimmy G.
I'm gonna give you. Here's the teams that would probably take him right now: the Colts, the Broncos,
the football team,
the Broncos, the Jets, the football team, who he was a part of.
Yep.
Maybe the Eagles. Actually, probably the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Cowboys at this point. The Giants probably. Actually, the entire NFC East. The 49ers.
Jaguars.
And I'd rather have Minshew, I think.
With Minshew, yeah.
I'd rather have Minshew, honestly.
Me too.
And I think that might be it.
Oh, I mean, that's like, no. Well, I mean, did you say the Bears?
The Bears probably.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like the Bucks potentially, if
absolutely not.
We don't know how long Tom Brady's gonna stay in there, and then you got, who knows what the Giants are gonna do with Daniel Jones? Maybe the Giants. You got. Did we say the Niners? The Niners are there.
Yeah,
here's the thing: passes intercepted.
Okay.
Carson Wentz leads the league at 9. Kirk Cousins right behind him at 7 in second place.
What fumbles?
Interceptions.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's doing pretty bad this year, but I mean, still, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I still think that he would have a pretty decent market for him. Not as good as it was 3 years ago, of course.
Yeah.
But
no, I think you're right. You still have some teams giving him a decent amount of money.
But I don't think he's staying with the Vikings.
No.
He's probably out.
Then we had the Monday night game, which was the Chargers Saints, and actually a really good game, and probably the most Chargers loss I've seen since the last Chargers loss. The Chargers, man, they should have won this game.
Oh yeah,
They really should have, Coach.
Yep.
Really should have.
And they
wish
did.
they had.
I do too. But Justin Herbert looked good. 4 touchdowns.
4
touchdowns in New Orleans. 264 yards. Like,
Yeah.
he looked great.
He's killing it. He's got 9 touchdowns on the year right now.
Yeah. Like, I think Justin Herbert's going to be their franchise quarterback now. I think they found him.
Could be. I mean, it's still year one, and you never know. It always takes 3 years to find out with a QB.
He's at least shown in multiple games against, like, quality opponents that, like, he can play very well. I think that's probably their best sign. It's not like Dwayne Haskins, where... Yeah.
I mean, but with that said, I mean, keep in mind, like, this Chargers team, for the most part, was built to win the Super Bowl with Phillip Rivers. Like, it's not like it was a bad team that was like mid-rebuild or something. Like, it was just circumstances that got them to Herbert. Like, they have good players. So,
like, he still had Mike Williams, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. Still had Keenan Allen. Hunter Henry's a good tight end. They have a good offense. They had Austin Eckler's really good, but he got injured. So, and then on the other side, Drew Brees was. People were like, "Are we going to bench Drew Brees?" And then he leads the comeback. Here's the thing, though: is Drew Brees is clearly not the Drew Brees he used to be. Like, he loves the dink and dunk passes. It's boiled down to he can throw short. He can't throw long anymore. I think people are starting to realize he can't throw long. And even, like, it says his longest pass was a 41-yarder. That was just like, I think was that the Kamara catch?
May have been the ridiculous catch.
That
was
game. Wild.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara is the engine of that offense. He is crazy.
I think there are 2 running backs in the league right now that I think can hold the spot of best, and I think it's Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I'd say
I think those 2 are the best right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, Josh Jacobs is up there.
He's
Josh
really good.
Jacobs is up there too. Let's see, rushing yards. Honestly, Dalvin Cook's pretty good. He's just in Minnesota right now.
But he's just on a bad team though.
Yeah, I'd say Kamara's probably number 1. It might be McCaffrey. McCaffrey and Kamara up there. Then I'd probably put Aaron Jones 3rd, but I'm also biased. Then Josh Jacobs and probably Dalvin Cook. Nick Chubb should be up there too. Nick Chubb's actually
he's really good.
Really good.
The only reason
oh my god, I almost forgot about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry should be way up there.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah, I think the reason that I put those 2 up there is because with both of them, they're running backs, but they're also wide receivers.
Yeah, that's what I love about Aaron Jones too.
Yeah, the other running backs, they can catch, right, but not to the degree that those 2 can.
Yeah, they're like hybrids.
Yeah.
Then it's like Taysom Hill. He's like the hybrid quarterback running back guy.
Yeah,
they like doing the Taysom Hill plays even if they don't work. So hey, Saints are 3-2. I mean, Saints are still there, hanging in. They're competitive. They'll be there in the playoffs. The playoff picture. Playoffs.
Yeah, some of the Bucks in the NFC South right now, Coach.
Yeah. So that's and then tonight's game, Bills Titans, 7:00.
Yeah.
That's this week's games.
We don't even have our we don't even have the results of the pick'ems for this thing. I mean, I'm not blaming it you guys. I mean, the game hasn't. The week isn't over. We're recording before the week is over. But this is the weirdest thing. We don't have our stats to read out from the cool graphic.
Yeah, so we'll have to do double pick'em stats next week.
Well, and also as a consequence of that, Coach, unfortunately, everyone's favorite segment, the power rankings, will not be heard or seen this week because the week is still not over. I'm sorry, Coach.
Are you kidding me?
I know. Shit. I work tirelessly, around the clock.
I guess it's time
the URL
to mix it up because we're going to the ESPN Coach Krendor Power Rankings.
Oh shit!
All right. So
wait, how can they put power rankings on before the week is over?
Because it's ESPN. Here we go. Right. I'm gonna be the guy this week. So we got top 5. Who are they? Start
Seahawks.
with Start with Rob. Seahawks, you got it. Keep going.
I'm gonna say Chiefs.
Yep. Rob?
That's a good one. No, I like that. That was a good
Yep,
choice
it
that
is.
you had there. I'm trying to think about what I want to think about here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Bills.
Yes.
Give me the Packers.
Yep. And finally, should be
the Ravens.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
And who's the outside team looking in at number 6?
Chiefs.
We've already
Rob?
said the Chiefs, Rob.
Okay.
The Chiefs.
That's incorrect. Invicta?
I'm going to say it is the Steelers.
Yes, you've gotten the Steelers, who have risen from 7th to 6th.
Bam.
Yeah.
On fire, coach.
Then let's take it the other way. Who is the? Well, we already know because you linked this earlier. Their weakness is football.
Ask Rob.
That's right. It's the New York Jets.
Yeah.
So who's the 31st team? However.
Well.
It's got to be the other one, right?
Yeah,
You are correct. The New York Giants, whose biggest weakness is scoring touchdowns. They have 6 touchdowns in 5 games.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really fun having the shitty Jets team, and then I get to turn over to the Giants to see them, instead if I want to watch them. And they're 5. Good.
I mean, out of the 0-5s, though, like the Giants have the better chance to win. Let's just be honest.
Oh, they're gonna win games this year. Yeah, the like if you compare their schedule to ours, like you guys seriously, if you look at the Jets schedule, we've had it easy so far for our schedule, and it gets worse. Like,
yeah,
I'm legitimately serious. We might very well go 0-16. Also, by the way, betting against the Jets is free money right now. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
actually free money.
Yeah.
So we got one for Sinvicta here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the top 10. True or false?
Oh no, there's no way. It's gotta be false, coach.
They are indeed false. But how about this one? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the top 15.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's top 15. No, I don't think they've fallen out that hard. I'm gonna say false on that one too, coach.
They are in the top 15.
All right.
So they are
the dramatic pause.
In fact, they are ahead of the Bears at number 12. The Bears are 13. Believe it or not. The Buccaneers' weakness is discipline.
Yeah.
That's
true. Sounds about right.
My favorite part of the Packers at number 2, their biggest weakness is injuries. I'll take it. So then, here's a fun one. The Dallas Cowboys are in the top 15. True or false?
True.
Sinvict.
The Cowboys in the top 15?
Yep.
Well, depending on when this was written.
Yes,
I mean
today.
Oh, it's got to be false then, without Dak.
It is true that it is false. They are number 18. Oh. I got you.
You had us in the first half.
This is why Coach doesn't do the power rankings.
We needed this week to see why. The Cowboys have stayed at 18. They were 18 last week. Damn, ESPN. Wow. Look at that. They are really giving it to the Cowboys. This is no NFL.com's power rankings. Biggest
not
weakness.
The Bible of the internet, Coach.
Yeah, no. Let's see. We had what's the biggest doink? Who do you think is the biggest doink?
It's the fattest doink, Coach.
The fattest doink.
So the team that has fallen the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, if I don't know what the rankings were last week, so.
Well, I mean, just
that's a fair point.
use your head. Use your head here. Look at the teams.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Is it the Niners? That's my guess.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. The Niners is a good pick. I'm gonna say.
You've never had to guess these before.
I'm going to stop you right there. It is the 49ers who have fallen.
Yeah, I mean, like I was going to say, the 49ers is a good guess. I can't think of any other team that
they have fallen 4 spots from 13 to 17.
Wow.
They actually apparently have a terrible offensive line with injuries and other stuff, so that's not helping them whatsoever.
The 49ers have injuries? No way.
It's crazy.
Wow.
What about the thinnest dink?
The team that has moved up the most.
Yes, the team that has moved up the most, the thinnest dink.
Oh, it's got to be. I would think the Dolphins, right?
Rob.
I'm gonna say
it's a solid guess, Rob.
I'm gonna say it's the Panthers.
It is.
Is that a motorbike or a
Cleveland Browns.
Oh.
Going from 14th to 10th.
Wow,
Panthers, however,
disrespect. They're 4-1. They literally.
Yeah. The Panthers,
They're in the
however,
top
went
10?
from Panthers went from 22nd to 19. They were second place. You were close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Browns are number 10 now at 4-1, only behind the Saints, the Titans, the Rams, and then the rest. In fact, the Patriots are 11, then the Bucks, Bears, Colts, and the Raiders. And I mean that's pretty much the NFL ESPN.com power rankings. I'll kick it back to myself and myself in the booth.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Thank you, Coach Crendor.
Hey, thanks, Coach Crendor. All right, buckle up, folks. We've got
For
ourselves
the Necronomicon of the internet, ESPN Power Rank.
Hey guys, guess who has the most receptions in all football?
I'm gonna go with someone on the Steelers, Coach.
Nope.
Aaron Jones.
Nope. It's a guy that you would never trade.
DeAndre Hopkins.
It's DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh my God.
Followed by Amari Cooper and Alvin Kamara. And Robbie Anderson. Look, there's an ex-Jet. And then Allen Robinson. There he is. All right. Well, it's time for some big time pick'em. I just wanted to check if there's any news real quick, and then Shanahan said Garoppolo avoided setbacks with his injured ankle. Yeah, because he didn't play. All right. Let's see what we got here. NFL games. Buckle up, folks. First up. Actually, did we pick the Bills-Titans game?
We did last week, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember who I picked, but it probably starts and ends with Bills.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember who I picked.
Texans-Titans. I'll probably take Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Titans on that one, Coach.
All right. Ravens-Eagles. Give me the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Ravens.
In fact,
actually, you know what? I'm gonna lock the Ravens.
Whoa!
There it is.
Whoa! 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 Boop, boop, boop,
Whoa, look at this guy.
boop.
Locking the Ravens.
Falcons, Vikings.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
In Minnesota.
I think the Vikings will win this one.
Yeah.
I think the Falcons are still injured.
But what about the Falcons just fired their coach? Aren't they gonna?
Yeah, but their secondary's high schoolers, so.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Even Kirk Cousins can beat that, Rob.
Yeah, I think Kirk Cousins can beat that.
All right, I'll pick the Vikings, but with an asterisk saying that if they lose, I'll never pick them again.
Yeah, I'll pick the Vikings too, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, here we go. Browns Steelers.
Oh,
I'm going to be taking the Pittsburgh Steelers, Coach.
Oh.
This is a pretty easy pick, Coach.
I
Don't do it. Don't do it, Rob.
I don't think it's that Look, here's the thing. The only loss that the Browns have had was to the Ravens. And look, the Steelers are good, but I don't know if the Steelers are the Ravens. And the Browns just had a good win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, pick the Browns if you want to, but this is a very not hard decision.
I am picking the Browns because I am willing it into reality.
He's doing it.
He's done it. He has done it. The madman. Who are you picking, Coach?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah.
All right.
That's fair.
Wait, so Vic, you already picked the Steelers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the
Okay.
hell were you just listening to?
I was actually ordering food.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a euro.
Oh,
A euro,
nice.
a gyro.
A euro.
Yeah, a
I
euro.
think it's a euro.
We call them gyros here in New
You don't know
York
what a
City.
euro is?
We call them heroes down here.
Hero?
Wait, do you know what he's talking about? It's
Like where
spelled
you-
GYRO.
Yeah, it's called heroes.
Where you carve
call
the
them
meat off the thing, and they put it in
Yeah.
the pita bread, and you.
I have never heard that. I mean,
It's
people
pronounced hero.
people give me shit for saying gyro, but the thing is, like in New York City, I don't know. It seems like maybe it's only this place, but in New York City is a gyro. Like even the people who sell them call them gyros.
I used to get made fun of because I called them gyros. You'd be like, no,
It's a
not
euro.
right.
That's
It's
what
a
it
I
is.
mean,
gyro.
it is.
A euro.
That's the proper name. Yeah, that is the real name.
Gyros
But
is what you
Gyros
say
is
when you
what
can't win a football game with both your teams in 5 weeks. So yeah, Bengals Colts.
Phew,
Tell you what, I'm gonna take the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think I might too.
Oh,
I think Rivers' legs are gonna fall off.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm taking the Bengals. That was my gut instinct. I'm going for it.
Yeah, I
Joe
felt
Burrow, you got it, buddy.
yeah. I think Burrow's got it.
I'm gonna take the Cincinnati Bengals.
Whoa, let's go Bengals.
When does AJ Green get back?
I don't know. Although last week they showed a play where he like gave up and didn't care.
Yeah, not this week.
Yeah. Also, the top 3 articles when I typed in AJ Green was AJ Green to Patriots. So it looks like he's trying to get out. Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him. He probably wants to win. He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Dude, AJ Green, come to the Packers, please. Lions, Jaguars.
Jags.
This is a tricky game, actually.
I actually don't think it is really, to be honest.
I'm taking the Lions.
I could see it going both ways. I'm gonna flip this memory card.
Oh,
Do
here
it.
we go. Coach is bringing out the memory card, Coach.
It's landed sideways. I'm gonna flip it again.
All right.
Landed on the side of my headset thing. Hey, it's a Jaguars. We're going Jaguars.
Nice.
I mean, their defense is ranked 30th, and the Lions is ranked 11th. So
That is true. I honestly don't trust in the Jaguars, but I'm picking them.
all right,
thing is,
I'm
like,
picking the Lions.
The main thing for me is that I believe in Minshew Magic. I believe that this is the most winnable game that they've had, and I believe Matt Patricia sucks donkey nuts. So,
All right.
you know, I think this is going to be Gardner Minshew's second win.
Yeah.
That's as
right.
good enough as reason to any, I guess.
Yeah. Great. Well, then we have Bears, Panthers.
Man, this. It's
Tell you
like
right now.
Every game the Bears pick or that they play is just like you gotta pick against them, right?
I'm picking the Panthers. They can't keep getting away with it. They
They
can't.
really can't. They really can't.
They just can't.
They can't. It has to. Something has to give.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers.
In fact, it did give. They lost to the Colts, and they didn't even play well.
I will take the Panthers because I can't pick the Bears, and I hate the Bears. So
I bet you the Bears are gonna win this too. They're gonna go 5. I'm telling you, they're gonna go Super Bowl this year.
They're not going to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you right now.
Oh man!
Remember, mark it down. Someone, Hippo Nor, someone quoted Coach Crendor at 5:29 p.m. on Week 6, saying that the Bears are not going to go to the Super Bowl.
They're not going to go to the Super Bowl. They've beat the shitty Falcons. That's not even like Aaron Rodgers is throwing the wide open receivers against the Falcons. They're not even a team. Then they beat the Giants. They barely beat the Giants. The Giants suck ass.
Barely.
It's
They
the
almost
way that
lost.
they keep winning all these games. It's all like voodoo magic that's giving them.
And then they beat the Lions. They should have lost to the Lions.
That's what I mean. They keep accidentally
Okay, here's
winning.
the thing. They're playing the Panthers. This is like a quality team. Then they play the Rams. Rams going to beat them. Saints will beat them. Titans will beat them. All right? These are the weeks. These next 4 weeks will show you the Bears. I guarantee it.
We'll see.
That's a Coach Crendor guarantee.
That's the Coach Crendor guarantee. Washington football team, New York Giants game of the week.
God, don't mind. I don't even.
Game of the week.
Can we pick a tie in this one of just 0-0?
You could pick a tie if you want.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the Washington football team will probably win this one.
Okay.
I'm taking the Giants here. I think the Giants win this.
I'm going to take a tie.
All right.
This will be a tie game.
Either way, it's going to be a game that I will not be watching.
Correct. Broncos, Patriots.
Give me the Pats.
Yeah, I'll take the Pats here.
When's Cam coming back?
He might be back for this game, actually, because it's been 2 weeks now, I think.
Yeah.
In fact, I think this game was supposed to be this week, and it got moved to next week and just gave them both byes.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember picking this game last week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah. Jets, Dolphins. Woo!
Oh, boy.
Do we even have to pick it?
Dolphins.
I
I'm
don't.
going to be picking the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I will. I will be picking the Dolphins.
It's a good choice. Good choice, gentlemen.
Packers, Buccaneers. I'll be locking the Packers.
Wow.
The actual game of the week.
Yeah.
That'll be a good game.
The
Coach
fact
Crendor
that
and
Vita Villa is
Coach-
out becomes my lock.
Coach Crendor and I have 50 gifted subs riding on this, I believe.
Yep. Yep.
So I've got to take the Bucks, Coach.
All right. It'll be a game. I trust in the Packers. Devontae Adams coming back, Rashawn Gary coming back, Kenny Clark coming back. Pretty much all our injured players are coming back. We're looking great. We have a running game. Vita Villa's out. Tom Brady can't count to 4. I'm loving it. So
This is the actual game of the week, though.
this is the actual game of the week. I'm going to guarantee at least one pick six as well because our corners have been jumping routes hard, and I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
I'm taking the Packers, too, on this one, by the way.
Thank you. I talked you into it.
I'm contractually obligated to take the Bucks, but
I'm gonna be honest. They should swap the fucking Packers Bucks game with the Rams Niners game. I don't want to watch that at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, they actually
Yeah.
they should.
but the Packers are going to win, though. But
Cool.
I'm taking the
Yeah,
Bucks.
probably.
That's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, they'll win. So,
Yeah.
I'm always skeptical, but I was skeptical last year. Even the Falcons, I'm like, could be a trap game, and then it wasn't.
Although I have been proven to be being the kryptonite to Coach Crendor before.
That is
so,
true.
You know,
Rams, 49ers. I'll take the Rams.
Rams, yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
taking the Rams.
Chiefs, Bills.
Oh man,
Another game of the week right here.
It's actually a good game.
it sucks because like I really want to know what happens in tonight's game to know whether or not I should pick the Bills or the Chiefs here.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs because I think they're going to be mad from losing. If they didn't lose, I'd probably pick the Bills, but I'm taking the Chiefs because of that.
I'll take the Chiefs too, and I think it's mostly because like the Bills are they're a little bit devastated with COVID right now, right?
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, that's why they I mean, it wasn't just the Titans that got fucked. I thought it was the Bills too, but maybe I'm Maybe I'm wrong.
I think maybe. I don't know. Well, either way, I think I just picked the Chiefs anyway, even if they
I've got to go. I've got to go Chiefs here.
Yeah. And then Cardinals, Cowboys. I'm going Cardinals.
Cards.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Yep.
I think the Redbirds take it, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Well, that is the pick'ems, and that is the show.
We gotta do our locks though, Coach.
You two didn't get locks in.
I like the Packers.
Oh, that's true.
He did like the Packers.
Rob locked Ravens.
My lock of the week, Coach.
Yep.
Is going to be.
Yep.
Gonna lock the Ravens.
Rob already locked the Ravens.
I mean, we can double lock.
Wait, did Rob lock the Ravens? I thought you locked someone else.
No, he locked the Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I locked the Dolphins.
All right.
Good play, yeah.
Yeah, good play. Watch the Jets just actually win
hilarious.
a game. That'd be hilarious. All right. Well, that's it for everybody. Thanks for listening, watching. Subscribe, comment, bell, all that good stuff. We'll see you next week. And
Star Wars, Rob.
hopefully we have a great time. So thank you very much. And see you next week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bye.
Bye.